Hello guys, Danish Camp here taking you through a review of the DayZ Podagorsk mod. This map is really cool, as you can see already. I've just spawned here and the terrain is fantastic. You have small hills and a really good basis for just squad play, and you can duck and cover everywhere. It's really awesome. As you just saw, you only start with a bandage and one set of painkillers. So you really start off from scratch. It's you really get that authentic DayZ feeling you got when playing DayZ for the first time. This is a scavenging mod. It's not just a shoot to kill. You really have to go out and look for stuff, collect stuff. But on my first run here, I wasn't so lucky, because it seems I had a bad start, because I kept on running and running and running. That's one of the cons of this map. Because if you're in the wrong place, you can, like me, run for nearly 20 minutes without seeing any sort of civilization. And they certainly need to fix that. But it was because I was quite unlucky on my first run here. Because my second run was much better. I saw all sort of stuff all over. There was lots of little houses and farms and factories everywhere. So you didn't feel like you have to run forever to get it. So I guess I was just unlucky on my first run here. Finally, after those 20 minutes I spoke about, I found this little place, a little military outpost, and that's one of the things I really like about Podagorsk. It has these little secret places where you can get some pretty decent loot. There's not one place in this map you need to go to get some loot. You can get it from multiple places in the middle of nowhere where you wouldn't expect it to be. So that's pretty cool. I fall off a ledge here. Was pretty bad, but I needed to get down. Luckily, I just found morphine up there. But I was out of bandages here, so I pretty much panicked after this to find some civilization, and of course I found this military base here. It's a pretty awesome base, but as I said, I was bleeding and I needed bandages, and I panicked to just run around and fight one. You can see this building here, you could enter, and they have some really nice custom buildings you can enter. And they are really cool, also good for squad fights, fighting out of the windows. In the end, I got caught, as you saw, and I died. So I tried for a second time, and this second round here, I was much better off, because immediately I found a small bridge and I headed towards it. On the way, I found this farm. You can see it's a really authentic farm. They have a water tower there, a barn, a house, and all sort of buildings to make it look good. Every farm you see on this map is just that's really put a lot of effort into it. You can tell. You can tell that the people making this mod have used a lot of time placing each house and each rock down to the simplest tree to really make everywhere a good place for squad fights. You wanna drop down anywhere on this map to engage another squad, because you can always find cover, and there's a lot of good places to have squad fights. So that's the really awesome thing about this map. Another awesome thing is this restricted area, which is really post-apocalyptic, And there's these cars here where you can find loot in. I didn't open the doors right here, but you can open and close the doors, and you can find stuff in the trunks as well, and you usually find a handgun there. This is another one of the buildings on this map. It's this one is at a factory. It's the office building of a factory, and it's pretty cool. You can see that they have the guard there, who has been working at this place. Here we see a church, and in this graveyard there's a lot of crosses, and it really makes sense to have a graveyard filled up with crosses, because usually you just see some bare grass. And this is the first major town I come to here, and this is what I talked to you about before, about these cars with loot in them you have to look for, and really get in there and find it. And here I found a handgun in the trunk as well. It's a really cool feature, that one. So I head into the town and I loot up, and of course, as I said before, you can't find everything in just one place. It's not like on Chernarus where you can just head to Electro and gear up and have everything from the start if you're lucky. You really have to go around on this map to find your stuff, and there's not one place, like you just need to go to Starry or Northwest Airfield to find your stuff. But as you can see on that map there is a small island, restricted military area, which I'm at now here on this footage. There's a lot of military loot here, and it is of course a place most people would go to, and it's a really cool place too. But you don't have to go here to get military grade weapons, but it is sort of the place people swarms like they would the Northwest Airfield. The thing about this island is that it was a restricted area, only for military, even before the apocalypse. And they've really put a lot of thought into the map design of this place. It's really cool. As you can see on this map, the island down south there is the one I'm at now, and you have to head over a small, very small strip of land in the northern part of the island to get to the main island. And that's a really cool place, I gotta tell you that. This is a really cool place for squad fights, because every squad who tries to go down on onto the military island, they'll have to get through here. They'll have to head through this small gate you see here. Everyone has to go through there to get down to the military restricted area. So it's really cool, and you can sit here looking out the window and just blasting people coming in. It's really cool, and you can really imagine if there's a lot of people on this server, there'll be a lot of fights around here. And it doesn't matter, because it's a really cool place to have fights. A lot of cover, even though at the same time being exposed, because it's just a small strip of land. You can see you could hide between the rocks here as well if you like that. Further up there's a small bridge which everyone has to get over as well to get to the military island, and you're so exposed on here, so it just makes it a real challenge to get to this military place. It was really cool. As you see, there's a small building here up on the right. I'll be heading into it in a minute. It's also a really cool building, one of the custom buildings they've got. And you can imagine bandits hiding here and waiting for people to head over the bridge as well. So it's a real cool place. All in all, I gotta say that this map is really brilliant. The only thing this map really needs is more vehicles. That's a bit of lack on the Kratos part. 'Cause more vehicles would make this map better indeed. And of course, some of the areas in the north with there's just a lot of forest you run through. Forever could make a bit better map design. But all in all, it's a really great map, and I really hope you want to try it out. If you're really into that authentic DayZ feeling, or you just wanna like scavenging, or you like generous map a lot, but don't really want to head on to Origins or Epoch, which is very popular at the moment, you should try this Podagorsk map out. You won't be disappointed, I can tell you that much. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and go tell your friends about Podagorsk.
And in my mind